The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, The Money Masters.
Let's go to Shivan in Boston. Shivan, what's happening, brother?
I'm watching you both on Tiger TV.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely it is. Learning a lot from Tiger.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, that right there, folks, let me tell you something. That is a light bulb. Now, picture this. That's probably the first light bulb that I've had go off in 2 or 3 years, so thank you. That's dynamite.
So what I do in a Master Trader course, the way that we set things up was I wanted my students, to become masters of the C to D leg.
Yes.
That's if you can master the C to D leg, then you're home free.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
And so they got it. You know, all of a sudden some light bulbs went out.
That is so cool.
Ooh.
That's a beautiful thing.
Now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and tigresses growling and prowling out here with us. Hope everyone had a great weekend, safe weekend. Of course, we're going to make it a great week.
Absolutely, we are. That's right.
Dow right now is down 82. You get the NASDAQ off 18. S&Ps are off 13. We got gold down 3 and bonds. Bonds are 152.05.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, Larry's getting his life jacket, getting ready for the boat ride. We're on our way.
I heard you convince him. I think you keep working on it. He's like, all right, I'll take it.
Oh, man, I don't know.
That's just because that's where the final TBT trade comes in.
Yeah.
So that's all I'll take it.
Listen.
He'll take a little Tommy luck.
I'll tell you, what you had here, folks, today, I mean, this is pretty wild watching this thing shake out.
Trading at its highs, too, right
now. And what it did last week, it hung right underneath them, stayed right underneath them, and that's always, folks, grabbing energy. It has 2 days to grab energy to get ready to make the run. Yeah. It hasn't hit it yet.
Right,
you know?
right.
And if it stayed here, this would be another closing high, though. You know, because the 2 days that it spiked up to that 152, well, let's see, 152.15 and 152.19. It couldn't hold those levels. You know, so it's going to be wild watching this thing shake out. If we go over to the S&Ps, of course, Friday, S&Ps went to the moon with no juice.
Yeah, so you kind of pictured it if you were driving down the road and somebody was stranded that needed a gas tank. They ran out of gas.
Oh, right? Big time. It looks, though, what you have here is that it wants to go hit those highs.
I know it does. I know.
Yeah, I know. So it's going to be wild watching this shake out, folks, because it's backing down today, but, you can tell even looking at the DAX and at the FTSE, it wants to hit them. And, beautiful. Let them hit them and I'll sell them again.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see where this shakes out. Hey, Shanghai last night, folks. Oh. Yeah, this is a sleeper. So where do you see this?
I'll be back in the week of showing my folks in my newsletter this morning, all the way back in that March 6th, 2009 week.
Yeah. This is
big time.
If you think China's going to save the world, folks, okay?
That's the eye-opener.
They better save themselves first. So we're at 2147, and if we take this baby now, it was going after its lows from last December.
Yeah, but you got to go back further in the chart and look and see what it's really doing.
Exactly.
And you're like, whoa, how about that?
That's right. It's going after the lows period of 2008.
Yeah.
Because it's in the bar.
Right.
It got in at 2267. You're at 2147.
Yeah.
Bottom line, and now the amazing part here, too, is that it had the bounce. I mean, you went from 1,600, folks, up to 34. So you went up 105%.
Yeah.
And now it's giving it all back. That's a heads up, man. Big time.
It is.
So let me see what's going to be neat here. Okay, so now, see, this is the neat part. This is the thing that's pretty cool now. Okay, so we back down. Let's see, we're in July. Okay, so last month, they're losing price, $127 billion. But watch this, folks. You're into 225. 1 second. Yeah. So it's okay. Yeah, that's half the volume. That's nice.
That's good.
So what you have here, folks, see, that's really cool because that's kind of my largest speculation anyway, that you're going to come into it and they're going to kill the price. but the volume's not going to be there, and that's going to be the end of the bear market. I'm going from all the way from 2000 too.
No. So how's the volume on the? I guess I have the daily. So I'm just curious. On the daily right now, it's coming into that January 6th swing point.
Yeah.
Coming January 6th, coming into December 28th. I don't know which of those two
let's do it.
Has more volume.
But
just curious, as it comes in there, how's it coming in?
It's coming in. Okay, so let's see. If I go. The 5th had 5.8 billion. That's the biggest one there. So let's take that one. 5.8 billion.
Okay.
Last night we did 6.6.
Oh,
it's coming in hot.
That?
It's coming in hot. All right.
No soft.
It's coming in hot, baby.
No soft landing.
No. It's gonna go after it. You know. But now, what is really cool, folks, is that we will get a huge amount of information out of Shanghai, though, when it's going into it, because Shanghai is sometimes 7 to 8 months ahead of us.
Right, that's right, yeah.
You know, which is pretty wild. Let's go over to the gold market here. This bond market is cracking me up, man. I'm telling you. So what you had, I saw that there was a shift that came across this morning. I mean, a news clip that the 5-year notes, that was the lowest they've ever been.
Oh, okay.
0.5378 on a 5-year note. Pretty wild. Some of the high-volume stocks we have in a low-volume market. We have BAC is up 2 cents. You got J.P. Morgan Chase down 75. Wells Fargo is up 28. The LIBOR deal, folks, is going to be a huge deal. LIBOR deal. The states are going to get their heads wrapped around it. What you know? It's going to get. What you have here with this LIBOR deal is this: they've had a hard. Well, the regulators haven't had a hard time bringing the banks to heel. They just don't want to.
Right.
But what will happen this time, what do you think is going to happen this time? See, the regulators are going to go after them. The reason being, folks, the regulators didn't do their job. So in this case, they have to throw someone under the bus.
Got it.
Because the regulators are going to get thrown under the bus. This scam, folks, had everyone involved. Don't believe for a second that it's just the banks. It's the banks, it's the regulators, it's the governments.
Yeah.
They're all in the scam. And the scam is to basically, sweep everything under the carpet. So what you're going to see is the government, which is going to be the Justice Department, go after the banks, go after the regulators, and the regulators will throw
the sharks are swimming, baby.
They're swimming, man. They're going to throw everyone under. And that's on the table, man. And it's on the table because the amount of loans that are tied to the LIBOR rate are just, they're in the trillions.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, where's this going to go? Yeah.
Now, folks, what you want to also make sure, so because when people might interpret your information, and then they might take a look at the XLF and see the XLF moving higher.
Right.
But the XLF is no longer, it's not pure banks out there.
Right.
So that's what folks got to really now kind of wrap their head around. And I think the XLF has just simply, it's become more difficult to go back and take a look at the historical information on the chart on the XLF because you've got the weightings of these REITs in there.
They put the REITs in. You've
got the real estate companies in there.
Right.
It just becomes a little bit more difficult of a sector to really. I think the way you have to rip this one apart is you just have to look at the top 10 holdings and see what they're doing.
Right, and just stay with the banks. And right now the banks still want to go higher. That's how deviant the whole deal is.
Yeah.
They'll push them up a little bit higher and then see you don't want to be you. This is going to get really wild, I think, how this whole thing's going to shake out. They got away with murder in 2007, 2008. We'll see what type of, flack is going to come down on this one.
Yeah.
The bottom line is that in the United States, it's illegal to fix prices.
Yeah.
I don't think it is in Europe. You can fix prices in some countries, but bottom line is that I wonder if Rick's paid his taxes yet. Let's get on, man. Rick in British Columbia. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Well, I'll tell you, with oil dropping and that's our resources are important to us. We definitely have to pay our taxes right now.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Hey, Walmart.
Yeah.
When does that thing become a short?
Well, what you have is this. Let's take a look at it because
when they stop outsourcing. I'll talk about that.
Okay.
They're the largest outsourcer in the planet.
In the world, right?
Well, did Bain Capital own them? Or?
Apparently.
I'm just bugging.
No, the discussion on outsourcing is just so over the top that.
Okay, so if we put that, what you have at Walmart, folks, and I would wait to the end of the month. The reason I wait to the end of the month, because if this is going to be a shot, it's going to be a beauty. And, right now, Rick, you're still over the 70.25, going back to 1999. And if it's a failure, it has to close underneath that. And if it does fail, folks, the bottom line is that on a longer-term basis, it's going to go back to 42. So
yeah.
You're exactly right. And their earnings don't come out till August.
That's good then.
15th or something. Just parallels what you just said. Hey, if you look at that FXI weekly I put it on a 4-year. It looks pretty scary. Like I think you were talking Asia earlier, but I don't think you used the FXI. I know you used to use it a lot, Tom. So
I did. And the FXI, folks, is the iShare 25 Index Fund, which I believe that China 25 probably is the largest 25 companies in China. Let me just see if I'm right, though. Yeah, if they're not the largest, they're pretty close to it. It's China Mobile, China Construction, Industrial Commercial, that's a bank, Bank of China, China Life, China Energy, China Telecom, China Agricultural. Listen, man, right now, bottom line is that prices are going up in China. China's going to do fine, but, they have lots of problems, man. And the biggest one for the FXI, we're going to those lows, man. You're at 32.19. Now, once you get into the 31, we're not in the 31.80 bar yet, but that's where that baby wants to go.
Yeah, well, that 29 down there has volume of last October, doesn't it?
It does. It does. They all do. See, the thing that gets interesting here, folks, is this, is that the bars have volume at the lows. Now, they don't necessarily have to get to the lows. What they can do is they can go to the highs of those lows and reject
Right.
So there is going to be, I think, okay, my take on the pullback that is coming is going to be a huge, huge opportunity to get long and strong in a big way. And the fear is going to be running wild. I mean, it's going to be, the bulls aren't going to have any horns left. The bears are going to have big, long claws. And then just got to be a matter of turning those claws in for some horns.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks a lot, guys.
You bet.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Yeah. No, I won't get into it.
Go ahead. No, let's get into it.
No, the whole purpose of is to always better yourself.
Right.
In each person.
Right.
And getting, I even talked about it this morning. It's all about your matter of thinking.
Right.
When you start thinking about the wrong things,
right.
You're not going to even come close to getting your outcomes.
Right.
And so when it comes to our country and getting things better,
right.
I have a problem when we start when our focus is on outsourcing.
Right.
And we can fix our problems just energy-wise.
Right.
We've been outsourcing the oil thing forever.
Right.
We got plenty of energy right here.
Right.
Get all kinds of people back to work if we just work on our own.
That's right.
Energy dependency.
Big time. Man. Forget the bureaucrats. I listen, man. I can't.
They upset me.
Bureaucrats.
Both sides.
Sorry, all you bureaucrats out there, but you know what? It's us against you.
Newsletter, Low Price Leaders, has just launched, and now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial. Every Wednesday afternoon, Kate sends out her weekly newsletter to her subscribers, where she focuses on small cap stocks with market caps under $2 billion, as well as low-priced equities with share prices ranging from $5 to $12. Kate tracks a variety of stocks with a combination of strong technical support and solid fundamentals. Many of the stocks featured will be recent IPOs. These newer issues are often some of the biggest price gainers in the market and provide an excellent opportunity for substantial gains if timed correctly. You can catch Kate Stalter live on Tiger TV with her Small Cap Roundup every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and visit TFLN.com right now to get your 2-week free trial to her brand new newsletter, Low Priced Leaders, while locking in the low introductory monthly rate of only $37.50 per month, almost a 50% discount. Act now. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you gain access to each host charts and computer screen as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, Kate Stalter, Dave White, Larry Pezzavento, or Victor Jones, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV yet, then visit TFNN.com today to see what you're missing.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. DirectionShares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the DirectionShares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about DirectionShares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact DirectionShares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to archives of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Millionaires are made every day. The fact is, living your dreams is possible. Someone, somewhere is going to get rich. My recommendation is, let that be you. Each day, someone is making the decision to better themselves and creating a plan to fulfill their financial dreams. Let that be you. The key to turning dreams into reality is to take massive action. Let that be you. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Master Show with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN, and I can help you with your journey to great wealth. I'll show you how to create the ultimate financial edge, a set of tools, insights, and strategies that are part of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. You'll have direct access to me by phone, email, and my private library of trading and investing secrets for 30 days with an unconditional money-back guarantee. I'll take your trading to the next level. Click on my name, Steve Rhodes, on the homepage at TFNN.com and turn your dreams into reality. Mastering Probability, folks. Let that be you.
This segment is brought to you by Goldfields. For more information, just click the Goldfields banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we got the Dow down 72. Nasdaq off 15. S&Ps are off 6.5. Let's go to Scott in Tampa, Florida. Hey, Scott, what's going on?
Hey, guys, love the show. You're talking about the government. I watched a rerun last night of where the GSA spent the $850,000 on the Vegas party.
Yeah.
And part of it was for clowns, mind readers, and comedians, and commemorative coin sets. I mean,
yeah.
It's just unbelievable. And now apparently why they had that story on is because there's some organization called MIST, M-I-S-T, which no one knew what it was. Anyway, they spent $400,000 a couple weeks ago on some sort of convention. So it's just it's
I hope they had a good
never-ending.
time.
Yeah, I like the clown part, though. That fits right in, you know. Just to let everybody know, I did find one really good thing, and I don't work for the company, but something called Magic Jack. I don't know if you've seen it on TV, but it's like $50, and I use it for everything. I mean, it's fantastic. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've heard that. You know, that's a public company.
Yeah, pay. I think is over.
But I've heard the same thing, right? I know.
I call my brother in Canada every day. I call all over. I'm calling right. I plug it in the side of the computer, and it's one of those things where I thought it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
But I'll be damned, my phone's plugged right in the side of my computer right now.
No, listen, I've heard good things. I know, man. It's pretty
but that's
good.
what makes you really
you know what's so wild is that when I always hear that ad, right? I'm saying to myself, what is that? And then one day I was working out with Nico, and a guy, someone else had it. He said, man, the thing is dynamite. Just plug it in anywhere. Just dial it. So I guess it uses the internet, right? That's how it works, but it works really well, right?
Well, I was sitting outside Panera Bread one time, and I called you guys. I said, you know what? I'm just going to. My wife's like, what are you doing? I said, plug my little headset in here, and I'll be damned if it didn't work sitting in a car just on a Wi-Fi signal. So
sweet.
But what's so troubling about the government thing and all that is here, us little people are using coupons. We're using Magic Jack. We're fighting the market, and then they throw it all away. But what can you do?
Throw them out. Throw all the bums out. That's what you can do. Every single time. And I know,
I get a little
it's old news, folks, but the bottom line is that's what you can do. That's what you got to do.
That's absolutely right.
I know it's not a political show, Tom, but don't you think they put a little bit too much emphasis on Obama when half of us don't even know the mayors in our own towns or commissioners or congressmen or anything like that? I mean, there's a lot of other people involved in this except Obama,
That's a great point. What you're bringing up right now is absolutely a great point. And
who's your chief of police?
Well, no, you know what's so cool about that?
You know what I mean?
I was starting to think about this myself because I'm saying to myself, the only way that any of us can really affect anything is staying local and then moving up.
Absolutely, no question.
So what you're saying is absolutely crucial, and this would happen even in myself. I'm saying to myself, okay, hold it, man. I want to wrap my head around even the tax structure we have here. We have a nice tax structure, okay? It's not a big deal. But what did happen over the weekend, right, is what happens in Florida, folks, is that you have a mayor, but the city managers kind of run things. So the city manager turned around and said in the town I'm in, well, he wanted a 5% tax hike. Now he wants a 10% tax hike. I looked at that. This just happened 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh man, I'm going to this council meeting. This is not going to happen."
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
Because they're claiming that they can't cut anymore, and it's like I'm not buying this deal. So you're absolutely right. There's no doubt about it, and that's where. So
start local.
I'm not going to tell Angie I'm going. No, but I am. But you're absolutely right, because then what ends up happening, we all have more control there. And that's how it should start,
Yeah, start jumping on your local people. I heard the most ridiculous statement again this morning. I think it was on Bloomberg. They were talking about, the banks and this and that. And he said, well, if we get cut back, I mean, we're going to have to cut salaries to our qualified people. And if we pay less, then we're not going to have qualified. Have we had qualified people in the banking industry before?
That's a great point.
I mean,
and that fear, they always push the fear. That's a joke. There's plenty of people
that's what they were doing.
If
you beat us up, I mean, we aren't going to be able to. Well, it's no different than we went out on a dinner boat down the street from you the other day. I mean, what if that guy kept running to the shore? I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get rid of him. He's
a great friend of mine. We were doing with the Starlight Cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
you don't ask for more money
Phil
constantly.
It's funny, folks, where he went, and that's just a great story about, a couple families, him and his father, basically being entrepreneurs, and they've been doing that forever, and they got a great business, and they do a quality, meal too. It's pretty amazing. It's like a restaurant on the boat, right? I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Exactly. Another thing that this banking and hierarchy has done is it's made the average guy on the street hate every time he sees a Rolls Royce or something drive by. When the truth is, you should, if you really talk to that guy driving that car, you wouldn't find most likely one of the bankers. You'd find a guy like you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't buy that. By the way, that most people can't stand seeing the rolls and all that. That's propaganda.
Would you like a personal update from Tom O'Brien as to what equities he's trading and what his daily trading plan is before the market opens each morning? Every market day, Tom O'Brien sends out his daily newsletter, Market Insights, to hundreds of subscribers that rely on his daily recommendations when it comes to navigating these highly volatile markets we're dealing with. As recently as May 21st, Market Insights subscribers closed out all 5 open positions for a combined profit of over 68% in one day. Profits ranged from 6.5% to over 20% 24%, and all of these trades had been initiated within the previous 30 days. Now is the perfect time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's explosive trading newsletter, Market Insights, an $85 value. Tom breaks down the market each morning with his market take and provides trade recommendations, including precise stops and target profit zones, leaving nothing left to guessing. Log on to TFNN.com today and sign up for your 2-week free trial. Make sure you're a subscriber the next time Market Insights subscribers close out multiple winning trades. Take action and sign up for your free trial today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes that a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Certified Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when temporary market spikes move against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the advantage of keeping your trades open even when the market temporarily spikes against you. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique short-term binary options that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate all you tigers and tigers growling and prowling out here with us. Dow is down 58 right now. Nasdaq's off 8. S&Ps are off 4.5. We're talking with the Scott. We're going to talk about ARNA. This is Arena Pharmaceutical, I think. Okay, so it's a biotech company. The low is 123 and the high is 1350 for the year. So what are we doing here?
Well, I got into it, Tom. I'm into it at about 11 and change from right about that day where it was going crazy. But what happened was, and I didn't know, I bought 5,000 shares, but I didn't know that it would completely wipe me out as far as trading, because it has special, and I'm not an expert by any means or anything out, not even close to a novice, but it wiped out my margin ability. I mean, my screen was showing like 100,000 available on margin, and then it got taken because it has special requirements or something. I never even heard of that before. So
It has special requirements, so it's non-marginable. Is that what you're saying?
I guess so, because it says now on my Scott trade I have like no margin available. Where other stocks don't have that. I mean,
so this is what ended up happening, folks.
But no one told me that beforehand.
Well, this is what you have. You have an equity that, in the course of 2 separate days, traded from $8 to $13.50. So picture something. That was a 50% move. It moved that day on the 27th of June, and then it went from $7.80 to $12 on the 22nd. So what the broker-dealer decided to do, which was really smart, is that said, hey, there's no way because that would be a total wipeout for anyone that's on margin. So what they're really trying to do is basically protect their clients. Yeah. They're really protecting you more than anything. Because if you're on margin, within intraday, they would have had now picture this, folks, whether you're long or short, okay, one or the other. On those 2 days, both the longs and the shorts going to get wiped out, 100% wiped out. Right. So I mean, it's easy. You want to get margin, just sell it. Just go somewhere else.
Yeah, well, that's true. My daughter got promoted, and I'm very proud of her. I'm 25 years old. Got promoted a practice manager for a weight loss clinic in the Tampa Bay area there, and I won't mention the name, but they're getting a lot of calls about that, and so I'm thinking maybe I should just stay where I'm at on it.
Well, then you get your boots on and get that rope out, man, because you're in a rodeo, and you got a bucking bronco there, because when you have moves like that, that will move like that again. It's
So you think it's going to go to the downside?
No, go both ways. That's why I'd get out of it. Yeah. That's not a a highly probable end.
Interesting.
Cooking, brother.
We were talking, one more thing, we were talking about wealth and so forth, and she used to work at Publix, actually, right by your office.
Sure.
And you have, wealthy people from Harbor Oaks and the other ones. And I asked her one time, I said, well, you get a lot of, the homeless and stuff in there, so you must have to deal with a lot of coupons. And she said, Dad, poor people don't use coupons. And it really, really, I realized at that point how you accumulate wealth. That the the middle and upper class are the ones using the coupons. And it was very interesting to hear that.
That's wild. Cooking, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's go to Kent in Aurora, Colorado. Hey, Kent, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing great, man. You have a good weekend out there?
I had a great weekend, thank you. How about yourself?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, I have a general question for you. I've been looking at charts for a number of years, and my observation is I don't think I've ever seen so many gaps in so many charts. I don't know if you've noticed the same thing, but if you have, what do you think the significance of it is?
Gaps just mean they're in consolidations. Gap up or gap down. That's all it is. Like, if we take a look at the S&P, what you have, we're in a consolidation. And the bottom of that consolidation is like the 1250, 1260, and the top's 1375, and that's what that is.
Okay, so it doesn't mean that there's a liquidity problem or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, well, I appreciate your insight.
Okay, man.
Thanks a lot.
Have a great one.
Actually, and the other thing, folks, that you got to be paying attention to when you're looking at stock charts is making sure you understand what the underlying instrument is.
Right.
Because, you're going to see gaps, and, if you were trading a gold ETF or what have you, those gaps absolutely mean, for the most part, mean nothing. You've got to go to the underlying instrument. You've got to go to the contract and see what was going on, during the regular trading session, which is 24 hours basically.
Totally. And make sure they're not currency gaps.
Yeah.
Because there's so many ETFs out there right now, if you're trading an ETF that is predicated on what is happening in another country, where you're going to have currency gaps every single day, particularly because of King Dollar.
That's right.
King Dollar's changing the whole texture of everything.
Absolutely.
Let's go to Ernie in Dearborn, Michigan. Hey, Ernie, what's happening, brother?
RBY, we both know what the company is, but what I'd like to ask you is cover up the name, cover up your pre-thoughts about metals or whatever. What is the chart actually saying to you at this point?
So RBY, folks, is Rubicon Minerals, and what Ernie is asking is that he's asking this old trick that Tom Dorsey always does. I used to do these workshops with Tom Dorsey. Now, Tom Dorsey, folks, is a great technician, and what he does is point and figure charting. Okay, so when we used to do workshops, this is in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
He would get up and he would put on the screen, basically a Microsoft or an Intel, and then it'd cover it up and say, okay, what should we do with it?
Yeah.
I like what this looks like, To me, you get consolidation, you're off the bottom, and this is going to try to make its way, if we put this on a monthly, you get a high volume high. I mean, so, on a longer term basis, it's going to try to make its way back to that $6 level, man.
I appreciate your time, and that's what I was thinking. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Too.
What you have happening, folks, now Rubicon, folks, is still an exploration company. What they have going for them is Red Lake.
So up in Canada.
Up in Canada, that's where Gold Corp made its mark. If they, in fact, can, hold together, and it seems like it's going to, that's...
Yeah. I was going to say Gold Corp. I hadn't pulled up the Gold Corp chart here in the last few days. So they got obviously hammered.
Yeah, they got hammered.
And did it close below that low? No. Okay, so.
Yeah, it's going to get tested though.
Yeah.
We got on the weekly. What you have, folks, is you get a high volume low that broke.
Oh, you sure do.
So it's like it's going to hit it. And what that's about is this. So when Gold Corp, the mine up in Red Lake, fine, still producing very inexpensive gold.
Okay.
The problem is when they took over Glamis.
Mexico? Was it Mexico?
Yeah. See, they took over Glamis. Glamis has another mine down in Mexico. Well, you know what? It's a higher priced mine.
Okay, so there's a big difference between Rubicon and Gold Corp.
Yeah, well, the difference would be that Rubicon is only in Red Lake.
Yeah.
That's that's a big difference, and the real question is going to be, who wants Red Lake? Well, actually, they got a place in Nevada and Alaska, too. Those would be the three best places in the world to do business.
Yeah.
Canada, Nevada, and Alaska. Give me a break. I mean, that's a good setup. That's a decent setup. No two ways about that.
So let's see. After the close, they got Wynn Resorts. So I guess Wynn Resorts might have earnings today when you're doing your show. Just curious. Now, that stock chart, I think, had been getting hammered.
Yeah.
So what's their stock chart?
We're at 97, down from $1.40. And let's see. So you're under the whole 101 area. You came down with volume last week, so that's still saying lower prices coming out here. Let me put this on a monthly.
Of course, so much their earnings come from over in Asia,
Macau, right?
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't be touching this baby because you're at 97, and this is saying that 50, 60 is game. Pretty sick.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
It is.
It's
especially being at 140.
No, exactly.
That's a big haircut.
So picture, well, actually, it was at 165.
165, okay.
That was July of last year.
Yeah.
So in 1 year, it went from 165 to 97. That's $70, right? Man, that's some big numbers.
I don't know. You were out there, though, right? So I think they're probably going to have big earnings.
Well, not off me.
I know.
They didn't get any money off me. I took money out of that place. Not a lot of money, but I took money out. I got out alive. I'll tell you, man, you get out alive, you're really in good shape. Let's take a look at some of the large caps out here. You have Caterpillar down $1.05, Oxy's down 30, IBM's off 39, no big deal. RIM is down $15 cents. Amazon, oh, hey, do you see what's going on now? Now, this is, you talk about states, bureaucracies, and all of this, folks. In the journal this morning, what they have is that within a year or 2 years, we're going to end up paying tax online for everything.
Just yeah, for sure.
And every time these politicians say they don't want to raise taxes, folks, don't believe them.
That's right.
Now all of a sudden it's going to be all right, and all that is it's more money for them to spread around.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. The big movers, some of the big movers this morning have been the MasterCard and Visa.
Yeah.
So I was looking at those stocks earlier during the 9 o'clock show. They had volume just in the first 20 minutes out there.
Right.
And they were both taking on swing points. I don't know if they're going to get up over them, but they were taking on their swing points.
No, big time. And that's of course, they got a duopoly. They just, finished a settlement, and the bottom line, folks, they take us all to the cleaners. The thing is going to be amazing, if you are a merchant you know how you get hammered with these fees.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, and it's at the end of the month.
So now you got to decide whether you're going to pass them on to your customers or not.
Right. And that won't be easy. For us, it won't be easy.
Yeah.
What will happen, what's going to get interesting about this, so they're going to allow you to pass fees on to your customers. Now, so what's going to be really interesting is that, okay, is more cash going to start to be used then? Because there's going to be different prices.
Right.
There's going to be different prices.
For sure.
And, that 2.75% is a big number.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, and, most businesses now, folks, are all credit cards.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even...
Well, they're making fairly big fees off of the cell phone swipe.
Sure. Oh yeah, big time.
For the smaller businesses out there,
right?
And they're making big fees off of those guys.
Oh yeah. Oh,
for those convenience, 4%.
Are they? Okay, all right. Well, even 2.75 is enough, but 4%, man, that's a killer. Most businesses, folks, if you can bring 4 to 5% to the bottom line, you're doing good.
Absolutely, that's right.
Right. Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Let's take a look at the volume thus far. Right now, we're at 1046. You're at 135 million, and we're at
still stranded on the road there with the gas tank. Nobody's come to put any gas.
No, big time. And you see how it's setting up though, and what it's setting up for, folks, it wants to go tag that high. Oh baby, another 2 or 3 days. Oh, I know what I want to talk to you about.
Yeah,
tell me about. I was listening to your show. The Pesavento date and all this on Saturday.
So Friday we had was the lunar phase with the moon at apogee, so it's the furthest point from us. And then Saturday was also a Pesavento index day.
Okay.
So the question is, now it's happening on the Saturday. You don't know whether it's going to be the Monday or
you
the Friday.
You get a 2-day off, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
So I'm thinking the way that the market moved was that the low that came in on Friday is just a short-term low right now.
Okay.
And especially when you start taking a look at the channel. It's a rising price channel right now, and so the markets do want to go back and at least tag those highs.
Right.
So what we do have then coming in is we've got the next new moon cycle, which actually comes in early Thursday morning. So now the question is whether is it going to be the Wednesday high that would be the sell, or is it going to be Thursday?
Oh, cool, awesome.
That's really the way that this is. And on the lunar cycles, the full moons and new moons have responded really well over the last 4 or 5. At picking out a short-term high or low.
They have, huh?
Yeah.
So it's Thursday.
So with the volume being so light on Friday,
right,
and with it moving up, the thing was, is this thing going to keep on moving up on lighter volume?
Yeah.
Which is fundamentally, from a trading standpoint, technically that's what you'd like to see.
No, right, no doubt.
Move into the swing point. So that's the way it seems to be setting up right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
And then and in Europe they were giving us the signal, as we were pointing out last week. It's like looking at the DAX and saying, how come the DAX hasn't come back into that June 28th area?
Right.
Kept rejecting it. That was saying it wants to maybe trade up to some higher prices.
Wants to go tag it.
And right now it's basically flat over in Germany and in the FTSE, just down a couple of points right now. And the dollar index, King Dollar, last week made a triple top out there.
Yep.
And pulled back. It didn't look like it, at 8:30 in the morning, but at noon time it was a whole different story out there.
Right.
But that's the area that people are going to have to really be paying attention to.
Which makes sense too, because you did 100% move or move.
That's right.
You went from 84.
Yeah.
Down to 81 to 40, back up to...
Yeah.
Oh, see, and it didn't tag it, though. That's what's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
83.985. 15 1,000ths, folks.
Yeah, you were looking on the daily.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. So the King Dollar, can get back into this, 82, 86 in a heartbeat.
Yeah. And then the way that the euro is trading here right now, big move on Friday. Came back 70, came back to 0.786 retracement this morning, and then took off again.
Yeah, it wants to
talk
move.
about
Trump wants to get inside this 122.88. Interesting, man. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, folks. You stay right there. We're going to be coming right back.
Are Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
In just December of last year, the price of gold was down over 10%. In today's highly volatile gold market, you need someone in your corner that understands the complex relationships that exist within the price of gold, as well as within a variety of gold equities. Whether it's the South African gold miners and knowing how the Rand-dollar relationship will affect their bottom line, or understanding how John Paulson's $5 billion trade in the GLD can move the market, Tom O'Brien gives you the direction you need to become a better trader each week in his newsletter, The Gold Report. With over 20 individual equities covered and almost another 20 on the potential watch list each week, in addition to covering the XAU, HUI, GLD, and dollar, The Gold Report is a great source for any trader that is looking to be diversified in today's volatile gold market. For your 30-day free trial to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com today. Don't miss out on this great offer. Act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, we get the Dow down 48, Nasdaq's off 8, S&Ps are off 3. Bottom line is that this thing's going to try to crawl up into that higher number. So, start of the week, I'd like to, this is setting up nice right now to not only, when I say setting up nice, folks, I want to sell the thing again. We sold it, closed them out on Friday, I want to sell it again. It's going to need, watch it, the type of juice it's going to need because of the downdraft on April 9th and 10th and May 4th is pretty dramatic compared to what we've been.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Now, what's interesting is the small caps have really they've been the strong guy out there.
Yeah, they have.
Strong guy, strong gal. I mean,
they have.
They didn't even close the gap.
No.
Still didn't get, whether it was on the index, the futures,
right,
or the ETF.
Right.
And still have the gap open out there.
And that's a huge heads up. That'll be back to close the gap.
That's right.
That's what it comes down to. So if we turn around and you put even the small caps, and this is where it's really glaring.
Okay.
When you put the small caps, on a monthly, what has happened right from our Go Long America tour, it's never, that Tiger Gottlieb sell.
That's right.
Was there.
That's
period.
right. That's
and
right.
It's there, and it's still 5 points away from it. So it's going to be interesting if we can get it up there and test it. That would be beautiful, man. Really, because that's just a double banger.
Yeah. Well, the tepid follow through today, which is no follow through at this stage.
Right.
We'll see.
Look at this thing, man. That's 2000. See, what's happening, folks, is that last August we got down to the $60 range, and once it gets into, this is the IWM, once any of these get into 67, well, if it gets into 67 again, that's where the danger point comes in.
Yes.
And the danger point is pretty extraordinary. So, gold. Let's see what's gold. Gold is going to get. They tried to smack gold down last week, and they just couldn't do it. Yeah, see, gold's going to go off these highs again too. So right now, folks, we get gold at $15.89. You're backing down at 69,000 contracts, which is nothing. So that's saying that, hey, 1642 is on the agenda again. It's going to be. It doesn't mean it's going to bust it, but it's like, okay, that's refusing lower price. The Canadian dollar. If we go look at the Canadian dollar, because it's going to be Canadian dollar right now is at 101.
Yeah.
And she wants to get weaker. She wants to go to 104. We put this on let's see, I'll put it in a 5-year. Yeah, see, this is, the writing's on the wall. All you Canadians better get down here and buy as much real estate as you can when your dollar's still strong. Because you'll get it both ways. The real estate's going up, the dollar's going up, your dollar's going down.
Yeah. And now their real estate market up there, did their real estate market fared better than we did here in the United States, right?
Yes. Okay. They do have a bubble.
So they've got a
in Toronto.
bubble?
In Toronto, they got and Vancouver. Now Vancouver is so international, though. Maybe it can get a lot higher. But they have a bubble happening there.
Okay.
And the bubble is pretty extraordinary too.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to import a whole bunch of people in order to keep that baby up. But
So it'll be interesting. I wonder if Bernanke is on the hill or something this week as well. So you got Bernanke, you got the new moon coming in. Markets kind of inching their way up.
Yeah.
Ready for another disappointment.
Well, I think the wild card is going to be, what did the regulators know? What did Bernanke know? So when he gets up to the hill next time, exactly.
I think it's this week.
What's going to happen is that they're going to talk to him about LIBOR, and they're going to talk to him about what Getman knew also.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Our Treasury Secretary, folks, was the president of the New York Fed, so he was there when this was happening. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. Coming up next, we're going to Newton, Massachusetts. Basil Chapman's going to be growling around with you. Larry Pesavento, Darryl Martin, Dave White, Ken Shreve. Back here.
Take care, folks. Have a great day.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you. No matter what market you trade, what time frame you trade in,